Hey everybody, it's Scott Steen with the winnersandwhiners.com coming to you from the Kyle Zakowski studio on the expansive first floor of the Winners and Whiners Sports and Entertainment Complex to bring you today's Deep-3. As always, if you would be so kind to smash that like button, give us the prompts that we so crave, and of course, if you haven't done so already, get yourself subscribed to our YouTube channel. Check out all of our new videos, and make sure you check that bell so you're notified whenever we're either doing a new video or going live, like we are going to be doing Saturday night. And I just found out a fun piece of information. Going to be doing the show with an old buddy of mine. I don't know if anybody was around last year when we were doing our podcast every day, but this guy was a regular guest on my show. It is Steve the Buffalo Wingman Rich. You're gonna if you like me, you're gonna like this guy. He's another old fat capper that bets on sports for a living. So it's a lot of fun, and he's been a buddy of mine for a while. Hell of a handicapper, and we're going to comment on the San Francisco Dallas game on Saturday night. So that should be a lot of fun. Make sure you get yourself tuned in for the live broadcast there, and of course, make sure that you let us know what you're playing in the comment section as we. Notice that we had the Kyle Zakowski shout out here. Kyle, he did a little thing we like to call going 10-0 yesterday on his baseball picks. That's right, 10-0, everybody, 10-0. So one more final shout out to Kyle and his fantastic day. And are you the next Kyle? You could be. Give us your picks. Tell us what you're playing. We'll give you the shout out. You get enough of them right, you're going to be capper of the day. You get 10-0, you're going to be worshipped just like Kyle was. So. Let us know what you're playing. Make sure you drop your picks in the comment section. And, check out our websites as well when you're doing your handicapping. Winnersandwhiners.com, statsalt.com. Deep dives into every game. Also gives you information on the public money and how those games are being bet. It is an invaluable resource for handicappers doing their deal to try to figure out who's going to do what. Looking into their crystal ball. And Stat Salt, Winners and Whiners can certainly help you out. And once you figured out those bets, if you're in the state of New Jersey, make sure you're getting them down over there at pointsbet.com. Very cool site. All kinds of welcome specials, including 2 free bets. Basically, 2 risk-free bets. How about that? Up to $1,000. You make your first 2 bets, you lose them. Don't worry about it. Forget about it, as Tony Soprano might have said. We got you covered over there in New Jersey. So check out PointsBet. And a quick recap of yesterday's action. Got the NFL fired up on a pretty good foot there. We went 2-1 as we hit the Giants-Jets over. Also got down on those hometown Browns. Looking good, as I had a suspicion that people in Cleveland might be a little fired up there wanting to see a good product. And that's exactly what they got against a pretty bad Redskins team, let's be honest. And we did miss on the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think if this game was still going on, they wouldn't have scored, as Baltimore absolutely rolled them up. So 2-1 we go there. Not as lucky on the premium side as we had the Atlanta Braves. We didn't even have them on the run line, kids. We paid the full freight on that one, minus 180. Keuchel had some close games. Five of his 9 games has been been decided by one run. So we were smart like that and laid the full freight and paid the 180. Good move there as Atlanta. Holy shit, Dallas Keuchel has his worst start as a major leaguer. 8 runs in 3 2/3. And Hernandez for the Miami Marlins has his best start. So that worked out super for us. Just super. And you know who else is thrilled? Premium players. You know what? We've been running good. Hopefully they'll give us a mulligan on this one, because we also had the Cincinnati-Chicago under. And that lasted for about 5 innings. Those teams just started pummeling each other from the very beginning. So, that was not a great day on the premium side. But, we're firing it up all the way around. So let's get to the Deep 3, shall we? No more football for a minute. We might play one tomorrow. But today, it's all about that baseball. It's all about the baseball. That's terrible. Sorry. I apologize. By the way, stick around for the shout-outs. I'm going to tell you the story that I was going to tell you guys yesterday, but I knew it was being long. It reminded me of 8-8. I'm going to tell you a story about when I was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and the stupid question that washed me out. So hang tight, and I'll get to that one in just a second. All right, first, we're going to take a look at the National League East battle as that the surging New York Mets, they are come back home to take on the Washington Nationals. Steven Strasburg goes for the Nats against Marcus Stroman for the New York Metropolitans. I like the over 8 right here, guys. Something has to give right here, okay? Strasburg's been pretty good against the Mets in his 3 starts. 2.70 ERA, 102 whip. But the Mets, maybe perhaps you've heard, they've been in fuego lately. They have won 13 of their last 14, and over that stretch, they have averaged 5.5 runs per game. Strasburg, maybe some cracks a little bit. He got absolutely hammered his last start, but before that, in his 2 previous road starts, it wasn't that good with a whip of 1.59. So if we can get Strasburg on the ropes, get a breakthrough, get a couple of him, even just 2 or 3 innings against the Nationals pen gives us a fighting chance. And this pick is mainly about fading Marcus Stroman. I'm just not convinced. All right, there's just too many peripherals that go the wrong way with him. And lately, he's not getting that good movement on his sinker. He's still getting the ground balls, but man, when he leaves it up there, when it is just a very hittable pitch. He's been giving up a ton of hard contact lately. Like the Nats, any game where the Mets pen gets involved gives us hope for a late rally on the over. So yeah, let's play the Nationals Mets over 8 right here. And this one hurts my heart to say it, but we're going to try it. There's just too good of a trend on going the other direction. We're going to take a look at the Pirates and Cardinals. Archer goes for the Pirates against Dakota Hudson for the St. Louis Cardinals. I'm going to take the Pirates here plus 126 on the money line. And this game has been in free fall since it opened. There's one stat that just is an incredible stat. I'm going to have to share it with you. I can't remember if I shared it on the premium side or this side, but if I did, I apologize for doubling up. This game opened at minus 160. Okay, so that triggers this stat for me. The Cardinals are they're minus 9 units as a home favorite. All right, so they don't play well as a home favorite, but when they are a home favorite of minus 150 or greater, the Cardinals are 4-16 on the season straight up. That means they have lost 23.4 units in just 20 games. That, my friends, is impressive. That's somewhere in the neighborhood of a minus 120 ROI. Holy shit. Now, the numbers come down, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it creep back up as we get some buyback. Like I said, it got hammered. It's gone down from 160 to minus 136 for the Cards. So there could be some buyback coming. It could end up minus 150. But anything right around that number, anytime the Cardinals are a home favorite, I really have to look at who the opposition is. And the opposition this time, it's our old buddy Chris Archer, who I don't think we've backed in about 3 seasons. But here's the deal, Archer. He was good in his last start. He's been decent against the Cubs. He's got a 3.71 ERA over 3 starts against them. The Cards. And Hudson, again, we've got another rookie here that looks like it's a case of him hitting the wall as that season kind of drags on through late July and August. He's really struggled lately. He's got a 5.70 over his last 6. Over his last 3 games, 7.07 ERA. Both of these teams are cold as ice, I know. But the Cardinals, they've put up just 7 runs in their 5-game losing streak, where the Pirates, at least in their 5-game losing streak, they look like an actual major league team and put up 20 runs. So I'm going to take a trend. I'm going to back the major league pitcher against the fading youngster. I'm going to take the wily veteran Chris Archer to step up and do his thing as the Pirates get plus 126. And we're going to finish off with a pick with the two teams that are playing a little better right now as the Indians and the Twins get together as the Twins try to hold off the Tribe. Twins just 1 game ahead of the Indians. Wow, it seems like just last month they were up 12. Oh, wait, it was last month. Cleveland been playing really well. They're minus 135 here. Shane Bieber, baby. He goes for the Indians against Devin Smeltzer. That's a fine name right there. Devin Smeltzer for the Minnesota Twins. I like this Smeltzer kid in spite of his funny name and he wears glasses. He throws a ton of strikes. He's got a strike rate about 68%. He doesn't walk a lot, and In 2 of his 3 starts, he's been very good with a .84 ERA, .80 WHIP. The other game, what happened then, you might ask? Well, that was against a team we like to call the Cleveland Indians, where he gave up 5 earned runs on 4 homers in just 5 1/3 versus Cleveland. It was earlier in the season, but I like the Tribe. I like the way they're playing right now. I like Bieber on the mound. He is an absolute monster on the road. He's been a monster lately with a 1.44 ERA over his last 3. Twins have been playing well. Indians have been playing better. And I think that's a trend that continues tonight. Give me the better team, better pitcher, and they're on a little bit of a hot streak. Give me those Indians minus 135. We'll take the Pirates plus 126. And we're going to take the Nationals Mets over 8 at the end of those 3 games. We're going to start the weekend off on a high note, everybody, and grab our tickets and head back to the window. All right. So as I'm getting everything lined up here, I'll tell you about my story. Yeah, that's what reminded me. It was 8-8, and by the way, with the premium, we still 56.3% for the month. Make sure you get yourself over there, get signed up. Got some great specials going on with football coming up. Some early bird specials that, if you're not a member, you want to take advantage of. So anyway, I take the test. I get called to go on Millionaire. All right. So this is the New York version with Meredith Fierro. You got to pay your. By the way, you got to pay your own expenses. So I'm stuck. I'm in $3,700. My wife and I go. She's never been to New York. We kind of make a vacation out of it. Anywho, her sister fashions herself as a bit of a gypsy, bit of a fortune teller. So she does my tarot cards, and she says 2 things you have to worry about. You have to worry about the number 8, and you have to worry about thinking you know something that you don't really know. You don't have to worry about not knowing it. You have people you can ask and use your lifelines, whatever. You have to worry about thinking you know something when you really don't. I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. So I go on the show, and I get the $1,000 question right. The $2,000 question is, according to the old math riddle, what did the 0 say to the 8? What did the 0 say to the 8? Nice shirt, nice belt, nice shoes, nice hat. That's the question. You know what? To make it fun, I'm going to let you guys answer it. You guys give me your answers. I'll tell you what happened tomorrow. And yeah, it's a funny yet sad story of woe. So with that being said, let's go to the shout-outs for today. Ninja, a lot of guys get pretty close to getting squeezed with the juice. A lot of guys broke even. Had a couple profitable cappers. We had Ninja hit the Seahawks and the Ravens. Kiss the Degenerate. By the way, he said congrats to Kyle. Almost everybody said congrats to Kyle. I thought that was the coolest freaking thing ever. No jealousy. None of this bullshit like, oh, I wish I would have done it. It was nothing but praise for Kyle, who nailed it yesterday. That was my favorite part, because you guys realize we ain't fighting each other. We're fighting the man. And Kyle took a big chunk out of the man's ass yesterday. So I love that everybody gave Kyle a positive shout-out. Excellent job. Anyway, that's what Kiss the Degenerate was one of the ones that did that, and that made me think of that. So it says it's doable if you put your time into it. I totally agree. Nothing has made me a better capper like doing it full time. I ain't going to lie to you. Doing it as a hobby, I was fairly successful, but to get on those big runs, you got to be putting in the time, and you got to have the ability to do it 8-10 hours a day. That's just me. All right, so Kiss the Degenerate, he hit a couple. He hit the Yankees Jays over, Phillies Giants under, had the Red Sox and the Twins under, and then he had the Giants Jets game over. It was and he tried to get fancy. He had the Giants Jets over and the Giants team total under. No. That the Jets defense was still the Jets defense, even though no matter how deep you go on that bench. Darcy F said she kissed the agenda. She loved the Braves run line as well. Oh, Darcy, didn't we all? Yeah, the run line worried me, like I said, a little bit, but I loved the Braves in that game, and holy shit, was I wrong. Yeah, keep the Marlins around 2 or 3 runs. That was the first inning, so that did not go well. Sorry, Darce. As I went down that rabbit hole with you as well. She did get the Yankees Jays over. Said the Yankees have to eventually go under, right? You would think so, but yeah, you never know. And then Kyle Z said he's back home on a clinical, and said my family didn't realize what it meant for their degenerate son to go 10-0. Man, Man, that sucks when you're like dancing around your house and everybody's like, why are you so excited? Like, I went 10-0. Like, well, that sounds pretty good. Would you like some Raisin Bran? Like, I don't know. So, Kyle, you're on clinicals. I assume that's either med school or nursing school, or I'm talking out of my ass and I have no idea. So, whatever it is, let me know what you're doing. That's pretty cool. Good to be back home, and yeah, good to win. And he made some picks today. He said he's going to tail my preseason. He didn't want to count that officially because it's preseason, right? And so he said he made small picks there, so we didn't count those. He said the Yanks again on the run line. That took care of business. He said he wouldn't put the house on it because it hit for how many days in a row? A bunch. The Reds on the money line, so a ton of value, though, even though the line's been moving toward the Cubs. He was absolutely right there. Had the Twins and the Tribe over 9. And, missed on a couple other ones with his smaller plays on the Phillies and the Rockies. I'm guessing not too shabby of a day. Got squeezed for a little juice there, gave a little bit of back, but not shabby at all. Mad Carrot said, I'm tailing every goddamn play posted today. We'll see what happens. Carrot, you got to tell us how you did, buddy. I can't. Carrot writes some funny shit. I just got to tell you that. He said, okay. He said he played $100. He said, He said if anybody wants verification, just ask. I don't doubt the Carrot. For one, I'm a trusting soul, but I believe him here. He said he's going to tail C-Dub till he cools off. Hope he did it again today. And he said we made $100 on every play here. See what happens. And he said, if anybody's dumb enough to tail, he did have some plays in the WNBA. He did Washington over 164.5. He had Washington minus 13. That was a push. LA minus 6. LA over 152.5. And Dallas plus 9. And the Dallas over 146. So, he had a winning day there on the ladies' cage side. And he said all late plays are added unless they already contradicts ones he already made. And he said, hey, Scott, you know who else needs a beating? Every member of Journey for agreeing to make that video for separate ways. Dude, was that the one at the warehouse where this dun, 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 dun? That was a horrible song. And I actually like Journey. That's a dreadful song and a horrible video. You know what? I don't know if I condone beating, but a stern talking to. Oh, you know what the hell? Just, Carrot, go ahead and beat him. Beat them all. Beat Steve Perry twice. That's all I'm saying. All right. David Abeda. Good to have David back. David was a regular early on with football. Good to have David back. He took the Seahawks. He's also got the Oakland and the Rams under on Saturday night. Hopefully I'll remember to post that one. David, if you think about it, put that one back up there. Landon Hayes, he said, let's get that money. And Miami Marlins under 3.5. God damn, I didn't hate that pick either, man. I always have to look at the team total under on the Marlins. Yeah, that went up in flames. Phillies Giants did better for him. Said Bumgarner and Nola were about to put on a pitching clinic, and that's exactly what happened. The Phillies Giants under 4 for the first 5. Yeah, absolutely, that came in. And he had the Yanks and the Braves on a parlay. God damn, dude. Yeah, I know. Kiss the Degenerate said, I'm so disappointed in the Braves and those damn Marlins. Now they want to play. No shit, dude. Man, we did so well off the Marlins earlier this year, just fading the shit out of them. And I thought we could get one more. They were kind of back down in that Marlins slump. Yep, not so much. Legendary King said, go Hawks. Rocky 36 said, more volume. Dude, I adjusted it a couple weeks ago. I even adjusted it one more time. So let me know if this is better. We've got it almost cranked up all the way. So, thanks for the feedback, Rocky. Let me know if it's better. Pappy Longwood. He had a couple of tennis picks. He hit Maria Boskova. I guess that's the only tennis pick that he hit. He also had, Monfils. Yeah, Monfils on it. Monfils won that one? I have it bolded. I don't have it. You have to tell me if Monfils won. And then Pappy also had the Yankees over there as well. And the Dolphins -4. Nicely done, Pappy. I think Pappy is actually a Miami guy. So, I'd be happy to see those Dolphins step up. G&G said, the Beaver Tails, the numbers all match up. Going through 25 Canadian dollars on one big long shot 2-team parlay, 3-way. Blue Jays and Yanks 10, Atlanta, Miami 8. Yeah. So, that's certainly worth a shot. Give it a ride there, brother. I know G&G did better on the Korean baseball side. He went 3-1 on the day, so that's a fine day there. James Graham, good to hear from James. He had the Yankees on the over, and he also hit the Brewers over yesterday. So nice job there, friend. Thanks for letting us know. Well done. Legion of Picks had the Seahawks. Nice little money line hit there, plus 160. He says, football, how I have missed you. Haven't we all? And Kent P agreed with my sentiments on the Padres game. Kent P, not a bad day. He had Boston. He had the Yankees team total over 6.5. Had the Giants plus 105. And then he pushed on the Tennessee, Philadelphia under 37. Faded the public. And always, that's a great tip, Kent. Always, if you can, fade the public in preseason. Because we do these picks early. I don't really get to see where the serious money's going. But if you're watching that stuff, the bigger percentage the public bets, the better chance you have when you fade them. That's especially in preseason. So absolutely do that. He's got Kent's got Pittsburgh and the Saints both laying 2.5 tomorrow night on both of those. Tucker asked us if we had any baseball picks today. I didn't do any baseball picks personally. I did. That's kind of how we celebrated the beginning of preseason. But as you saw, we're back at it. Tucker wants to know if there's any great sites for baseball statistics, and so he doesn't have to jump around to so many sites. I'm in a tough spot here, guys, because I kind of work for a site that's actually a very good site with got a lot of good numbers. But if you want to do that deep dive stuff, there are some fantastic sites. So if some of you guys could help out Tucker and let him know in the comment section what sites you use. I will say this, Tucker, Google is your friend. Like if you put in Minnesota Twins versus lefties, you should have those sites come up in the first couple of 3 search results. So there's some really good sites, and that's hopefully everybody will be able to hook you up there. So keep at it. Great question, man, because those sites are absolutely invaluable, no question about it. C-Dub did very well today. I'm trying to see if there's anything fun to pronounce. He had Locomotive Plovdiv, which they didn't win, and they didn't do their thing, but that's a funny name. A lot of stuff in Europe, very nicely done. His official plays, and of course I saw this right after I figured it out, but his official plays, and our numbers did go together. So his official plays, 7-3, plus 498. He put some extra plays out there. Those went 4-1-1, plus 300. Another fine C-Dub day. Christopher Smith had some good picks. He had the Yankees on the run line and the over. Had the Philadelphia, San Francisco first 5 under. And he also had Seattle and Baltimore and Miami. So some fine picks there. He went about 5-5, got squeezed for a little bit of juice there. The Barham Dog Jenkins, good to see the dog in the house. He had the there in it was he had the Kansas City plus 159, and that's the one I wanted to talk about because man, that was a game that definitely should have gone your way. As the Royals hit at least 4 home runs, maybe 5, and the Royals doing the most Royals thing ever, still couldn't win the game. So yeah, there we go. All right, guys. G&G. Oh yeah, had a nice little roll on Korean baseball. 3-1. Derek Gibson took a big swing at the Angels over, and they absolutely shat the bet as well. So Derek, hang in there. Let us know what you're playing, brother, and we'll get him out there. G&G, he is one of our profitable cappers at 3-1 plus 190. And who else made money today? I think the Carrot made a little bit, at least on what he put out there officially. Everybody else, like I said, pretty much got squeezed for the juice, with the one exception of you know him, you love him. It's C-Dub. It is C-Dub out there going 7-3 on his official 10 picks plus 498. And as a little bonus there, 4-1-1, throwing out extra bones for the guys in the comments section. Oh yeah, that's plus 300 as well. So C-Dub, once again, my friend, your outstanding soccer picks make you the capper of the day. Very nice. By the way, C-Dub, your shirt is coming. The good news is going to be a lot nicer than you thought it was going to be. The bad news is going to take about 3 weeks. So hopefully you'll dig it. And but it is coming for you. So with that being said, yeah, I got G&Gs. I found a great deal on a couple of cool like jerseys. So I'm sending those out for like the price of a shirt. So I'm a cheap bastard, and I did find a great deal, but it does take a while for it to ship. So appreciate your patience, guys. You're going to be having those. Anyway, C-Dub, you got 3 more to go, brother. You're just filling up your closet, man. See if you can go. The rest of you guys, let's knock C-Dub off the perch. I'm running out of money, man. All right, so you guys are a lot of fun. Make sure you tell me what the 0 said to the 8 in the comment section, and we'll look for you tomorrow. All right, we'll meet back here. You know the drill. We'll talk about our bad beats, and we'll brag about our fat stacks, and we'll figure it all out and go from there. All right, you guys take care. Have a great night. Welcome to the weekend. Happy Friday, everybody, and we'll see you mañana. Later.